Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Akila James, as you already know. Today I want to talk to you about ITF, WTA, as well as the event that's going on right now. The biggest, the baddest, well, one of the biggest, one of the baddest, Indian Wells. Stay tuned for the rest of this video. So I'm on the road walking because I have a lot to do today. You should go. Should I go to this tournament? Should I not go to this tournament? You have many reasons. One is finances. Two, your placement in the draw might be an alternate and not a quali or a main draw place. That's okay. I'm here to let you know you should go. You're up in the wee hours of the night thinking, hey, should I go? Should I leave my name in? Should I pull out of this tournament? Go another week? Go where I know for sure I'm getting in? You should still go. I just want to start off by saying nothing is impossible. I just want to take a fresh tournament that just passed of recent. It was a 60K in Aeropuerto, Mexico, and it was a 60 plus H or a 60H, which means hospitality is covered within the main draw of this tournament until you lose. That's a big deal. Not many players can get into this tournament who are low ranked because of the fact that hospitality is covered, which means higher ranked people will be attending. I would say take the chance and go. Why? Because I'm about to show you. In this specific tournament, Akila James was about 20 on the alternate list. I was like, I'm not gonna pay all of this money to go to Aeropuerto. I've been there before. I think it's high altitude and I think they're playing with low pressure balls or something like that, depressurized or however you say the term. I was like, by the time the date gets closer, I don't know if I'll be ready. I said to myself, I'm not gonna go. Who told me to make that decision? I wanna tell you, by the time this date came around, I would have been in a main draw of a 60K H hospitable tournament, which means higher points, which means more money, which means higher ranking. And that's what we look to do. There's no secret recipe for why these things happen, but sometimes these things do. So you have to kind of be ready when it does happen and be ready to commit if in case it does happen. There were 13 people in the qualifying round of this 60K, which means everyone went into the main draw. A lot of people had buys. For whatever reason, people who originally signed up for the tournament didn't commit and stay in the tournament. It left the other people a chance to get in. Might I add, when you qualify for a main draw, anything of 25 above, you already get points for being in. Now, think about it. You get a really good round, okay? You win a couple of rounds, or even you win just one round. Now, guess what? You have moved up 100 spots in your ranking. I know it sounds crazy, but it's something that has happened. I have seen it happen many times. Commit to the tournament even if you do not know if you'll be able to get in, especially when Mexico is not that expensive anyway. So you really could probably even ask for a wild card and you may even possibly even slightly get in. Are you ready to go on your next tournament and really kill it? I know I sound like I'm still outside because I am. You know why? Because I have to practice. So now I'm gonna jump into practice but talk to you a little bit about Indian Wells, one of my favorite tennis tournaments in the world. That's one of my, outside of obviously the Grand Slams, which are the Australian, the French, the US Open, and Wimbledon, right? Who are you watching at Indian Wells? Let me get back to my practicing and look at a little bit of the little warm-ups that I have to do so I can get there. So many players are so passive about wanting to be on the top. You can be on the top. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what your circumstances are. If you work hard enough as well as put yourself in an environment where you are able to thrive, you can get to the top. Again, I have seen these things happen with my career, with other people's careers, with friends of friends' careers, and a lot of other careers. And keep going all the way to the top. Now it's time. Let's play some ball. Let's ball out. Welcome back. So I just finished practicing. I did something really quick and brief because I had to get back to this video. So now the moment we all been Indian Wells. This tournament has been super funny. For one, I want to say and I want to remind you guys that Indian Wells is one of my favorite tennis tournaments of the year. If you're a player playing, the views, the mountains that you have is really something to see. But if you want to go to another tournament instead of a Grand Slam, you should definitely take a trip to California and go to Indian Wells. Really, I want to talk to you about the heckler regarding Naomi Osaka. I would like to know your views on it. Have you ever experienced any kind of racist remarks or just derogatory derogatory remarks towards you while you're playing your craft or doing something, what do you do for it? Do you not do anything? Has it happened where it affected you for the rest of the session? I think the moral of this story is chill. That major thing happened with Serena and Venus. They boycotted the Indian Wells for 10 years. That was very traumatic for the sport, for one, and for two, that was a bad situation. Now that we're finished that, let's talk about the next thing. One of my favorite players, obviously my favorite player is Nadal, Rafa Nadal. So Nadal played Dan Evans, which is a bitters player. Dan is seeded 27 in the tournament, Nadal is seeded 4 in the tournament. So obviously Nadal is set to win, but can we just give a round of applause for Dan really taking it to Nadal? If you're the underdog, you have no chill, you go for gold. Whoop whoop. Let's celebrate Nadal for really pushing through. Let's talk about Ash Barty for a second, because she decided to take a quick break because after winning the Australian Open, it was very hard on her body. So to play sports, it's really tough on the body, but at that level that Ash is at, I can't imagine what her body goes through, and sometimes what it looks is not what it seems. So girl, take all the break you need and come back and, you know, slice and dice them and show us the way, because let me tell you something, that might not be your game style, but you can always learn from someone that has a different game style than you. And Ash Barty is an all-rounder player, so she is always someone that you can look to and learn from. Now Nadal is in the round of 16. He's playing Riley, so yeah, that's gonna be a good match. Again, another American. Whoop whoop, because this is an American tournament, so it's always nice to see Americans in the tournament. Now let's fast forward to, if you didn't know, like, Nadal is my boy, yes, but I have another guy that's growing up, I used to watch him play all the time. He's an entertainer, he's the real deal, he has stamina, he pulls out the most outrageous shots that you would even think about. That's why people do all these trick shots now. He set the bar so high. He's a good dancer, he is now married, you know, I'm sure he's about to have a child, maybe, I don't know. The point is, my guy, Gael Monfils. But Monfils, let's give a round of applause for Monfils, because he is killing it in this tournament. He took out the world #1 at this moment. Really excited for him. He took him out in 3 sets. The last 2 sets was 6-3, 6-1, I believe, and he was killing it. He was really like moving very well, serving really well, returning very well. I feel like he was opening up the court very well. He took it to him, and for that, I and the whole of the community, we are like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoever is a Monfils fan, we're all like, yeah, 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 because we know how much he worked. We know his struggles, what he goes through. He has a journey. He's been doing this thing for a very long time, even from since junior days. So it's so nice to see that he's rewarded for his good efforts. I'm super excited for his run in this tournament, as well as for the Grand Slams. He's been playing really well. Who are your predictions to winning the Indian Wells 2022? Me, obviously, will be Nadal, but obviously we know that's up for grabs for anyone who is ready. Like literally ready. What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know who you think is going to be the champion of the men's 2022 Indian Wells tennis tournament. Moving right along to the women, who do you think is going to be the 2022 women's champion of Indian Wells? There's a lot of options. I got options. There's a lot of options. Let's shout out Dart. Harriet Dart from England. She's been playing really well, and she got to the round of 16. Madison Keys has been playing really well. She's been real focused, so obviously she's an option. Let's go with Simona Halep. She's been playing real good. She's been playing real good. My girl Sakari, my girl Layla. That is my girl. I feel like Layla has a meek spirit, and I really love that. As well as when she steps on that court, she's going to try, and she pulls out matches, and she saves match points. She's been playing really well. One thing I really do like about Layla is the fact that she came from like playing a really good Grand Slam. I think it was the US Open. She was the finalist of the US Open, and then the next match she played really poorly, and she just took it on her shoulder and was like, listen, I had a great preseason. I remember Layla saying, I had a great preseason, I just had a really bad match, and then she moved on. My girl is just like, she's good. Like, she's good. Guys, she's so young. My girl just signed with Morgan Stanley Chase. She just signed with Lululemon, which is like 2 prestigious brands for such a young girl, such a pretty face, like such a sweet girl. Layla, keep going. You hear me? I'm a fan. I'm a fangirl right now. There's so many people. Badosa from Spain. I'ma just go with Layla. And we know Iga get down, okay? Iga, the Polish girl, can play. We can't cast out anybody really. It's really up for grabs. Women is always like that, but I'm gonna go with my #1 choice, Leylah Fernandez. A lot of people are not watching doubles. Let's go with doubles. Who are your picks for 2022 Indian Wells doubles champion? I'm gonna go with Juju Almost, because that's my girl. Pac-12 all day, every day. She deserves it. She worked. I'm gonna go with Juju and the Canadian. That's my pick. I love doubles. I love to see it. I think I learned so much. It's so quick. But I will say Coco and McNally, they're a dream team together. I will say I'm gonna go with Juju because, you know, I'm gonna go with Juju. But Coco and McNally, I ain't never ever gonna sleep on them. Never ever ever. Anyways, Coco, she's one of my favorite players, so I ain't never gonna sleep on my girl. So I'm gonna go with the winner. I'm gonna go with Juju. Who I'm not sleeping on is Coco. What is your pick for the 2022 men champion of Indian Wells? I'm gonna go with Shapovalov. I'm gonna go with Shapovalov and Bopanna. I think they're a good team. Bopanna, that's my pick. That's it. Well, guys, stay tuned for my next video. I hope you really enjoyed my picks. I hope you enjoyed my tips. I hope you enjoying this channel. Come with me on this journey. I feel like I have a lot to say, as well as, guys, if you have any interesting topics you would like for me to cover or discuss, please let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and as well share. So many people, I've been getting so many responses from people who are starting their tennis journeys, who are in their tennis journeys, and they're really interested in these topics. So always let me know the questions you have, and I will be sure to answer them all. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my channel. See ya.